Everybody, thanks for tuning in to today's video. Just want to do a quick video update looking at the weather for the later part of the month, because it does look as though we are going to see a bit of a change coming along. This isn't by any means certain, but in 8 to 10 days time there is just the outside chance that we may see high pressure beginning to take over our weather, and the jet stream being shunted off well to the north. So if that happens, we'll be looking at a spell of drier and probably warmer weather coming up towards the end of the month, and maybe lasting into the start of June. Of course, into the start of June we've got the extended holiday, so it is quite important to see what weather we're going to be doing for the start of June. And I think at the moment it is looking as though we could start to see some better weather towards the end of the month, but it's quite a long way off. It's uncertain, so this is just a bit of a musing, a bit of a heads up about what might be going to be occurring as we go into the latter stage of May. Now, starting off with the 500 millibar height anomaly charts, we've got the ECMWF here on the left, we've got the GFS on the right. I use these a lot, as you know, in my videos, and the reason I use them is that 500 millibars is around the area of the atmosphere where we get areas of high pressure and low pressure occurring. And it's these areas of high pressure and low pressure that really give us our weather as they're moved around by the jet stream running above those pressure areas. As high pressure gives us generally fine weather, settled weather. The low pressure gives us more in way of unsettled weather. That's usually how things occur in any case. And 500 millibars, 18,000 feet, as I say, is the area in the atmosphere where those areas of high pressure, low pressure occur. Now, what we're looking at here with these anomaly charts, height anomaly charts, is the red areas is where we've got above average heights, and then we can extrapolate those heights into pressure. So we've got the above average heights, that's where we're likely to be seeing high pressure. We've got the below average heights, as indicated by these blue colours, that's where we're likely to be seeing low pressure. Of course, we've been seeing low pressure throughout pretty much the whole of April and most of this May as well, but as we look at these charts for 8 to 10 days time, we are seeing that the British Isles, or the northern part of British Isles at least, is under the orange and yellow colours. So that's indicating above average heights and most probably an area of high pressure around Scotland and extending into Scandinavia and then going to the north. Now, the jet stream is the interesting point here, because that is indicated by the green line, and that's being shunted well to the north. It's running up towards Iceland, and then it goes even further north to the north of Scandinavia. So we're on the warm side of the jet with this, and we're under a ridge of high pressure. Pressure is still quite weak to the south of the country here. We can see that for southern parts of the country we're not exactly under low pressure or below average heights, but we are still got weak pressure here, so it's probably not settled in the south, but it is more settled in the north. And if you have a look at the GFS anomaly, well, that's very similar actually. That's is again showing above average heights there, stretching to the north of Scotland, stretching through Scotland and to the north of Scotland into Scandinavia. And again, we've got the jet stream here, the green line, running well to the north of the country now, being shoved right up towards the North Pole. And if you're looking for warm weather in summer, that is really the key to getting warm or hot weather in the summer. It's to shove that jet stream well to the north, take the low pressure up towards the North Pole, and then you'll get a ridge of high pressure forming underneath it usually in summer, and that ridge of high pressure then is what gives us our very warm weather. Now, this is May, of course, and the start of June perhaps, so we're not talking about a heat wave with this most probably, but nevertheless it will be warmer than we've been having recently, and probably drier as well if this anomaly is correct. But notice again for the south we have got fairly weak pressure there across England and Wales, so I think the more settled weather is probably always to the north, always probably less settled to the south, but the below average heights are actually well down to the south across Spain and running into the Mediterranean. So having a quick look at how all this works out in terms of the weather charts, well, this is for Tuesday the 22nd of May, so in 8 days time from the GFS we've got the high pressure over Scandinavia and ridging to the north of Scotland, and we've got the low pressure here down across the Mediterranean through Spain, and the southern part of the UK is really in a no man's land with this. It's probably showery actually in these southern areas. Notice the winds are from the east, so we aren't talking about a heat wave. As I say, it's not going to be turning hot, I don't think, with this, but certainly a little bit warmer probably than we've been used to, although probably still quite chilly on the east coast. And going into 10 days time, Friday the 25th of May, the high pressure is still there. It's more to the west of the country, winds from the east or northeast here, so again we're not talking about a heat wave, just better than we've been used to, and certainly quite a bit drier for most of us as well. Of those southeast and southern areas, still fairly weak pressure, so still the chance of some showers. The ECMWF model, well, again we've got the high pressure over Scandinavia and reaching to the north of Scotland. Winds are in from the east, so we'll probably be dragging quite a lot of cloud onto the east coast. Won't be a heat wave, and certainly for these southern areas we're probably again still bringing the risk of showers as well, but northern areas generally quite south. And going to 10 days time, Friday the 25th of May, that high pressure is quite strong there from Scandinavia, reaching through Scotland out to west of the country. Quite a big area of high pressure. Now, this will be a very cold chart, by the way. If this was winter, this is what we look for if we're going to get very cold weather. The ice bars going back to Russia and bring that very cold air in from Russia and Siberia. Of course it's May, so it's not going to be cold, it's not going to be hot either with this, but we're just looking at warmer weather than we've been used to through April and most of May. Pressure is still weak in the south, so we're still probably bringing a few showers into those southern areas, and there'll be a lot of cloud with this easterly wind, of course, running across the North Sea on the east coast as well. So we're certainly not talking about a heat wave by any means. We're not talking about very warm weather or hot weather occurring. We need to be much later on into the summer for an easterly wind to give us hot weather. But I think we are probably looking at a much more settled later part of May, and consequently probably quite a bit warmer than we've been used to. Not hot, not a heat wave, but warmer temperatures, probably up to around the seasonal average, perhaps a little bit above in northern parts, a little bit below maybe still in the south and the southeast, where we've got the cloud running in with that easterly wind. So I think we are looking at some drier weather through the latter part of May. Possibly, this could possibly last into June, but that's a long way off, and we've got to wait and see about that, I think. But certainly for the latter stages of May, a little bit better, a little bit warmer, and quite a bit drier as well. If this comes off, it's way off, so we've got to wait and see. That's it for now. Hope you enjoyed the video.